families in Tampa to make him feel invest today. So once I call your name, graduate, you can come up forth here. Say something if you would like, then exit this way, and please stand up front until all the names have been called, please. So I will start with Jasmine Geter, and I will be reading his bio. I am the son of Eric and Carrie Geter. I have 3 brothers, Sergio Render, Jose Connolly Jr., and Eric J. Geter. I am an honor student of Newnan High School. I am, and I will further my education at West Virginia State University, HBCU. My brother and I are blessed to receive an athletic football scholarship to play at the same school. That's a blessing. I'm thankful for God blessing me with this opportunity. I am so thankful for my family and church friends. Jalen Geter.
I don't talk much, but appreciate y'all for the support. It's been a long 4 years, but I made it. So.
Next, we have Aaliyah Wood, and I am the daughter of Sanina Moreland and Alan Wood. I am a 2022 Newnan High School graduate. I spend most of my time watching TikToks or painting. I love to spend time with my siblings, watching movies, and going shopping. Growing up, I did ballet, jazz, and tap dance at the Star Dance Studio, and I thank Miss Birdie Geter for introducing me to dance. This led me to dancing in the church with a praise dance team called Vessel of Praise, where Miss Janice Sutton was our dance instructor for many years. After high school, I plan on attending West Georgia Technical College in Newnan for my first 2 years to become a dental assistant. I will then attend and graduate from Kennesaw State University to become a dental hygienist. I don't have anything to say. Thank y'all. Have a good day. The next high school graduate is Tiera Smith. Short bio says Newnan High School class of 2022 and accepted into Georgia State University. So now we're moving right along to our college graduates. We have Jasmine Geter, is a 2022, cum laude graduate. Let me say that again, cum laude from Fort Valley State University. Jasmine was born here in Newnan, Georgia. Her mother is Kirsten Geter. Her father is Michael Baldwin. Her grandmother is First Lady Ernestine Geter, and her grandfather is Pastor Joe P. Geter. She adores her family, especially her younger brother, Bryson. Jasmine's hobbies include singing, listening to music, writing, and shopping. Her next goal is completing her master's in public administration to become a policy manager before going to law school. Her favorite Bible verse is Lamentations 3:22 through 24. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. The Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in him. While college has not always been an easy journey, she is thankful that she was able to complete it with the help of her friends and family. Jasmine Geter.
They told me I have to speak later, so I'm not going to say that. Thank you.
Next, we have Katrice Jackson. Is the daughter of Connie Jackson and granddaughter of Miss Catherine Carter of Newnan. Katrice received her diploma from Newnan High School, where she graduated with honors. She received her Bachelor's of Science degree from Miles College. Katrice received a full ride, not a partial ride, a full ride, athletic scholarship to Reinhardt University to receive her master's degree. Growing up in Powell Chapel, UMC, she was a part of the youth choir, attended Bible study, was a part of the Bethel Dance Praise as well, and Power of One. She graduated from Reinhardt University on May 6, 2022, and received her Master of Science degree in Sports Administration and Leadership. While at Reinhardt, she was a part of the women's basketball team that won AAC championship and went to the NAIA national tournament. She is currently working as a physical therapy technician and plans to apply this fall for physical therapy school to receive her Doctor of Physical Therapy.
I have to speak later too, so thank y'all.
And I have one more that is not here for Morgan Amon Allen. Is there anyone that would like to stand in for her? Any family member? Go ahead. Okay, so I will read her bio. She is the daughter of Myra Allen and the late Leon White and granddaughter of Stanley and Mary Allen. Morgan received her diploma from Newnan High School. She attended Old Atlanta Hwy for 2 years to pursue business management. Upon concluding her studies, she decided to pursue her career in cosmetology. She received her diploma from Aveda Arts and Science Institute on June 14th. She will be obtaining her Master of Cosmetology license after graduation. Morgan loves to be in nature and listening to music, as well as creating new hairstyles for people. So let's give her a round of applause and all of us. So now we'll have the recognition of our younger babies done by Tiera.
Good morning. We're honoring our high school and college graduates, but I'm doing the grade school graduates on all their accomplishments so they can be recognized as well. If you're here, when I call your name, you just come up front. Jamarian Barber, his accomplishments are all A's for all 4 terms this school year. Good attendance, 4.0 GPA, the highest class average for American government and Algebra 2, top 5 highest for Spanish 2 and world literature. And he was on the homecoming court and named Mr. Sophomore. Next, we have Paris Thornton. Her parents are Tommy Thornton and Lawanda Geter. She's 10 years old. Her school is Ruth Hill. And are her accomplishments. Paris was a member of the Beta Club where she served as the treasurer, the K Kids, and the Ruth Hill Book Club. Awards achieved by Paris are listed below. They're the Service Award for Beta Club, Citizenship, Reading, Mathematics with an average of 90% or higher all year, A and B Honor Roll, Music Maniac, and Artistic Best. She is going to the 5th grade. Next, I have Trey Jeter. His parents are Clarence and Tomeka Geter. He's 16 years old. He's enrolled at Newnan High School. Trey Jeter is the son of Clarence and Tomeka Geter. He's on schedule to graduate from Newnan High School in 2023. He's an honor roll student, athlete, and taxpayer. He works part-time at Subway. Trey is a member of the NHS track and field team. Trey and other members of the team made it to the state finals this season. He is in the top 10 in the region for the 100-meter and 200-meter dash. He's 3rd in the region for the 400-meter dash. He's in the top 20 in 7A for the 400-meter dash. His current medal count to date is 12, including 1 state medal. We are certain it would have been more, but the 2019-2020 season was cut short by the pandemic. Then his 2020-2021 season was plagued by injuries, and he also contracted COVID. So all his medals were earned in 1 season. Trey is currently part of a summer track program with the Drive Phase Track Club. After high school, Trey hopes to participate in track and field on the collegiate level while studying engineering. Being part of the Trio Clark Atlanta program has helped guide him in the direction of pursuing higher education. He's been able to visit multiple college campuses, take required tests such as the ACT, and will be able to apply for colleges at no cost to his parents. Since he's the youngest of his siblings, he feels the pressure to be great, but he also understands that at the end of the day, he must be okay with his life decision and know that his family loves him unconditionally. Trey is going to 12th grade. I have Shania Neal, parents Reginald and Willie Lanier Neal. She's 14, attended OP Evans. She has AB Honor Roll. She's an AB Honor Roll student. She's joining the basketball cheerleading squad at Newnan High School, and she's a member of the grandparent club. She's going to the 9th grade, Shania Neal. Samaria Moss. Her parents are Jennifer Houston and David Moss. She's 14. She attended Madras Middle. Her accomplishments include AB Honor Roll, Most Improved Student, Pep Squad Captain, Basketball and Track, and Art Gallery Award. She will be transitioning to 9th grade at Northgate High School, where she will continue to strive for greatness. We are proud of you. Congratulations, Samara. Serenity Moss, parents Jennifer Houston and David Moss, age 8. She attends Arbor Springs Elementary. Her accomplishments include AB Honor Roll, the Smiles Award, the Most Helpful Student, and Athletic Award. Congratulations, we love you. Going to 3rd grade. Savannah Terrell. Her parents are India Smith and Mark Terrell. Age 9, Atkinson Elementary. Savannah received the Tiger Paw Award for Student of the Month, Citizenship Award, AB Honor Roll Award, and Lovable Leader Award. She's going to the 4th grade, Ms. Savannah. Mark Terrell Jr., India Smith and Mark Terrell. He's 13, Smoky Road Middle School. He was on the Smoky Road Middle School football team that won the county championship and had an undefeated season. Mark passed all his classes and has been promoted to the 8th grade. Christina Leonard, parents Stephanie Houston and Harrison Leonard, 7, Arbor Spring Elementary. She received the Star Student Award, the Biggest Helper, and the Most Improved. And I have a message on here that says, congratulations, big girl, going to 2nd grade. Kelsey Wilkes, Keontae and Mickey, Justin in December, Grandma Shanique Newsom, age 13, Evans Middle. She joined the beginner band playing the trombone. Grade improved and is at grade level. Kelsey, your grandmother Neek wants you to know she is very proud of you. Congratulations on going to the 8th grade. Thank you. Let's give congratulations to our accomplishment.
I had to write down what I was gonna say to you guys because I get so nervous, I'll get all over the place. But I'm so happy that y'all were able to make it to receive your recognition. It's very important to us adults, you know, to see you make time for us. We don't take it lightly because we know young people got things to do and places to be. So we're glad y'all were able to come and receive this. Before I start, I just want everybody to kind of give a moment of silence and say a prayer in your heart for those students who did not get a chance to see this moment, or for the ones who didn't even get old enough to realize that they could have this moment. It's been so much violence and unnecessary stuff going on that we want to enjoy ourselves, but at the same time, it makes you even more grateful that you're able to have this moment. So if you don't mind, just a quick moment of silence. Amen. Originally, Mr. Penny was gonna get up here and speak, and he had a lot of stuff going on. And Lawanda was like, hey, you think you could just say a quick little 2-3 minutes just to give them something to inspire them? And I couldn't tell her no, because anything that me and her uncle asked her to do, she would never say no unless it's just impossible. She always say, okay, I'll do it. Okay, I got it. Sometimes she get compensated, sometimes she don't, but she don't say no, and we appreciate you. I wasn't gonna tell you no. And I had wrote down these quick little words to give you guys, but I'm like, I gotta tie a Bible verse to this, and I couldn't think of anything to tie to it until last Sunday. Miss Janice brought the message on Pentecost Sunday, and I was like, that's it. I said, that's the verse right there. So I want to reference John 14:16-17. And it says, and I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to help you and be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him, but you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you. And that stuck with me. And I hope it sticks with you when you leave here today. There's a movie, Things Fall Apart. It's a movie written by Katrice Jackson, 50 Cent, one of my favorite rappers. He's problematic, but I like his work. I like his work ethic. And in the movie, he plays, he wrote the movie, he plays the main character, Dion. And Dion is a student athlete who's made it to college and is on his way to be drafted into the NFL when he is hit with a cancer diagnosis. And it just seems like, okay, the whole family was dependent on him to make it big. And here I go, I'm not gonna be able to do what my family is dependent on me to do. And this is the whole thing that has made me who I am. All he knows is to be this great athlete. And that's all he knows. Nobody knows him for anything else. And that one thing that he is known for is suddenly taken away from him. And it just seems as if I won't give you the whole preview of the entire movie, because it's a common narrative. Either things start out great and here comes trouble, or you suffer relentlessly before finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It just seems like a common story in our lives. Suffering seems to be in our DNA. Suffering seems to be a part of the fabric of our life. Suffering seems to be just unavoidable. Y'all bear with me. I know it's supposed to be an inspiring message, but I feel like you don't get it. Whether you suffer in the beginning, the middle, or the end, or all the way through, you're going to experience some suffering. What I just told you is one of the reasons why some people turn away from what is considered traditional Sunday morning sermons. The pastor is always talking about there's going to be some struggles. It's in his plan. And my favorite one, you can't have a testimony without the test. So instead of attending Sunday morning service, they scroll their timelines for inspirational posts. They go on YouTube and browse until one of the comedians turned motivational speaker videos catch their attention. And if all else fails, they can go on Sister James' page, where every Sunday morning, her video starts with the same intro. I don't know who this for, but God told me to tell you. You know, we like that one. And I'm not going to stand here and tell you that I've studied the books and found the answer to anything, but I am going to tell you what a traditional pastor, what a prosperity pastor, what the social media ministers are all telling you just in their own way. No matter what challenges you are currently facing or will face, you will get through them. You will not be stuck in this place of uncertainty forever. You will survive, not because you're smart, and we know you are, because look at where you are. And it's not because you're strong, and not because you're pretty. And you know you're pretty because you did the little makeup, posted it on IG, got a K behind the number of likes. It's not because of any of that. And it's not because you know people. And it's definitely not because of your family's name, but because he is God. And he said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I guarantee you that his name holds more weight than any family name. Miss Jeter references him as Yeshua Messiah. If you hear every Sunday when she gets up, whenever she does the prayer, and that's how she ends her prayer. Songs references him as Yahweh. And the most popular one right now is Jehovah Jireh. They got a song, plenty of songs by Jehovah Jireh. The Lord will provide, and he will, and he will. And some of y'all already know that because you probably sitting somewhere in your room, in your car, and if you don't have a car, you probably sitting somewhere on the bench trying to figure something out, like what's going to happen, what I'm going to do next. And if you're not familiar with any of those names, Jesus would do just fine. That's all you got to do is call on him. Just call on him. No matter what situation you find yourself in, Jesus is always there for you. When no one answers the phone calls, when they leave you on red, Jesus is there. He's just waiting for you to pray, listen, and follow the instructions. That's important because you have to take time to listen. Don't just cry out in prayer and then go do what you want to do. You have to take time to listen. Sorry if this is not I couldn't find no catchy little stuff to say to y'all, no young people phrases, because by the time we say it, it's old to y'all. So, but I feel like this is something you can use, that you're going to get it. But I know that after the gifts, the parties, the dinners, the summer beach trips, you're going to need something that is never ending to see you through the hard days. And you don't have to wait until hard times. Praise him in the good times. Let him be your guide. Some of the worst decisions are made when we're having the best time. So take your time. It's okay. A lot of people think that, if I do all this Jesus stuff, it's just no fun. No, that's the best fun. You'll find out. Some of y'all already know, but you'll find out when you put God in it. That is the best time of your life, because there are gonna be no regrets with that. When you take God out of it and you're doing all this other stuff and you pay no mind to the consequences of it, you wake up with all these regrets. But if you keep God in it, then you'll know, okay, I did the right thing. We had a good time. We laughed. We enjoyed ourselves. We made it through. And here we are on the other side of things. And we feel good about the time that we had. I'm proud of all of y'all. I know y'all are going to do well. And it's for the high school graduates, it's a little scary because it's like you got all these plans and stuff, and you're probably telling your mama, daddy, grandmama, whoever, I need you to sign this, I need this, I need that, and they telling you they got it, they'll do it, and you all anxious and stuff. Then on the other side of that, they probably telling you some stuff you need to get done, and you feel like you got forever to do it, and y'all just back and forth, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Just take some time, sit quiet for a minute, and look at it. Try and look at it from your parents' perspective. Try and look at it from the perspective of the ones that are trying to help you and guide you along the way. And they're not fighting against you. They hear what you're saying. It's just that they want it for you so bad. They want it for you so bad that y'all don't understand. Y'all just don't understand. And I get it. Y'all like, I got this, mama, chill. But they know that the hard times are gonna come. They know that you're gonna sit there and second guess yourself. They know that you're gonna be strayed and led in different directions. So they're afraid. They're not gonna tell you that. They wanna tell you to be brave, and they wanna show a brave face when they talking to you. But your parents are scared because they letting their babies go and they letting them fly and take chances, and that's scary for them. So give them some grace. Give them some grace. And again, I'm proud of y'all, and I know y'all are gonna do well. And thank you for listening to this word.
Thank you, Tamika, for doing that for me. So basically, to you graduates, seek God for validation instead of your peers and your friends. So just make the right choices. So now we will have word of encouragement from Jasmine Geter.
For the people who know me, I wrote a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna really read from what I wrote. I'm just gonna try to speak from the heart and be as honest as I can be. But one of the scriptures that I had read while I was in college and I was really going through it was from Job 23:10. And it says, "For he knows where I'm going, and when he tests me, I'm gonna come out as pure as gold." And I used to read it and I used to be like, I don't understand that because I'm going through all this. I can tell you a little bit. So I started in 2016 at Savannah State. And when I started there, my folks were scared for me to go because it was 4 hours away. And then when I got there, I did pretty well. My mama called me one day and I was in my best friend's room. And we were just talking and laughing. She's like, I got something to tell you. I was like, what is it? She said, I'm pregnant. I said, you lying. And I laughed and I thought she was playing with me. I thought she was doing something to make me want to come home. And I was like, she ain't pregnant. And when she told me again, I was like, okay. So I knew I had to choose something. I was like, am I gonna stay down here and graduate from here and be away from my family? Or am I gonna make the sacrifice for my family and maybe my blessing will be better in the end? And so when I came home in 2018 when Bryson was born. I dropped from Savannah State and I was applying to every which college, and then eventually I got into Fort Valley. And when I got there, I felt kind of empty because I had left my friends. I had left all the activities I had joined. I had left everything, and I felt like, well, I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be. And God's like, this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're supposed to end. Don't think about it as a setback. Think about it as a come up. And then COVID hit. And that's when I was starting to finally get my groove into Fort Valley. And I was feeling like, man, I just got some friends. I'm finally doing things outside of my room. I'm not depressed. I came home and I was watching my brother because my mom had to go to work, and I was like, I'm broke. You know when you're broke, it's not fun to you. I'm broke. I'm watching this little boy every day. He don't listen to me. I feel tired. I was in a relationship that was bad for my mental health. And I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And God's like, don't worry about it. I have it. This is supposed to happen. And so I was like, okay. And I just kept listening. I kept praying. I would cry often because I'm a crybaby. I'm a Cancer. They tell me that makes me cry a lot. So when I came back to Fort Valley, I went to my advisor. I was like, okay, so I'm supposed to graduate May 2021. She said, oh no, ma'am. I said, She said, no, it's probably gonna be 2022. I said, my financial aid might run out. She said, it'll be all right. We'll make some things work. And I was like, again? And he was like, it's gonna be okay. Like, just don't think about what you want. Think about what is going to happen that's gonna be better for you. And so eventually I finished out. I made Dean's List at Fort Valley 4 times. So, and I never did that as a mistake. But there was a quote that I really liked, and it's by Malcolm X, because I went to HBCU, so they told us a lot of quotes from famous Black people, and it said, there is no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson for how to improve your performance for the next time. So every time you feel like things aren't quite going your way, things aren't not manifesting, but going in the way that you feel like it should go, it's supposed to go. And it may not feel like it in the moment because you're so worried and caught up with, oh, well, so-and-so just got a job here. So-and-so went out of the country. So-and-so, don't worry about the so-and-so, because when it's your time, God's gonna give you everything you wanted in Him. And I wish I would have listened to that. And sometimes I still gotta tell myself that because I get impatient. I'm not a very patient person. I'm learning it as I'm growing, but I'm just glad to be in this moment and to actually be able to have a testimony to say, because if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't be able to be up here and be honest. But I just want to say again, thank y'all to everybody who came up here, but just be prepared for the blessing that's for you, and don't worry about the other people, and don't worry about who judges you on your journey, because at the end of the day, they don't know what you've been through, and they don't know where you're going.
Katrice Jackson, are you ready? It's your turn.
Y'all know I'm gonna talk about it, so this will be very brief. It's really crazy. So, y'all were right here last time I saw y'all. But 5 years ago, I did graduate from high school, and I just want to tell y'all, like, on this journey that y'all about to begin, stay in your word and just stay connected to your family. I wish somebody would have told me that, or people probably did tell me that as I was going through that time, but you know, you're probably at that age right now when you thinking like, tell me that because you're grown. You're not grown, I promise you. Being honest in myself, I kind of, when I first got in Miles, I got caught up with the wrong people. I was doing stuff that wasn't me. And it's funny because every time I would find myself doing something I had no business doing, my grandma would call me. She'd be like, "Katrice, what are you doing?" I'm here. And I've always been told growing up, as a child, they're gonna beat you up. And as you get older, what was built into you and what's been funded into you, you're gonna follow that. So even though I was doing something that I didn't have any business doing, in the back of my head, it may be my grandma, but it was really God telling me that you are on a path that you have no business being on. And they say that if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. 5 years ago, my plans were to go to undergrad and go straight into PT school. And I actually had to deal with that last year, choosing whether or not I would go get my master's and continue another year of basketball, or just go directly into PT school. When I ended up deciding to go to PT school, and when this happened, I did lose my brother in January of this year. And honestly, if I was in PT school, I probably would have dropped out. It was a really hard time for me. And I felt like I lost myself and I lost my faith. And one day, Jen called me. She was like, "Baby, how you doing?" And she just told me these words of encouragement. I'm gonna leave that between us, but what I can say, stuff is gonna come in your path, and you're gonna think that you're supposed to be doing one thing, and that's not gonna be the case sometimes. But please go back to your family. Your friends, you may think you're your friends, they're not. See, your friends gonna tell you what you're doing is okay. They're gonna be a yes, but your mom gonna tell you you're doing something that you ain't got no business doing. I will say this is gonna be a great path for you. You will go through many trials and tribulations, but in the end, everything that you've gone through, and like Jazz said, having a testimony, I'll tell a little bit of my testimony for grad school, undergrad school. I lost my scholarship. I was hanging with the wrong people, doing stuff I did not have any business doing. So you go to school. I was doing what I was supposed to do as far as grades and stuff, but I was on the athletic scholarship, like I was starting the program. I was not going to the gym. I was going out, and I wasn't doing everything I had to do. And that scholarship got dropped quick. I prayed to God. I was like, God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna lose my scholarship. I ended up getting it back. I ended up trying out at more schools, but God told me that my plan was to stay at my college. When doing that, I started going to church more. I started getting back into my word. I stopped hanging around those people I was hanging around. I graduated and I was the valedictorian of my class. See, the devil, he will put different temptations in your life, and you will start to see that right now. Don't follow those temptations. Just because someone else is doing something that does not mean that you need to do. I'm still learning that now. I'm still learning that what it is for you is gonna be for you. You can't base it off of anyone else. Miss Kirsten told me this about a couple weeks ago, and it's really stuck in my spirit. You can't base your success off your friend's success. And, I may feel like I'm supposed to be somewhere else in my life, but if I would have went to PT school, I wouldn't be able to be as close to my family as I am. I can come home any weekend I want to. Because, I come home from But honestly, you are about to step in a great blessing in your life. Just stay in your word, read your Bible every day, have fun, but do what you went to school to do, whatever is at school, you're going to work. But please do not forget those people that's behind y'all right now. Turn around, look who's behind y'all. These people that's with y'all in this room right now, they're gonna be with y'all for life. They're gonna be praying for you, those silent prayers. They are appreciated, they are needed. We may not hear them, we may not understand them, but they have gotten us through a lot. And I was listening to a song on the way over here, and it said, "My soul looks back and wonders how I got over it." And I know that the position I'm in right now, it was nothing but God. And, you know, I just want to thank y'all. Y'all know I don't talk a lot, kind of rambling, but yeah, thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for those words of encouragement. Now we will have Jean.
All right, what can we say after those encouraging words? And Katrice and Jasmine, you guys are rock stars. All of you are. We're so proud of all of you. And Katrice said something I had written down and put in my head is that don't forget the ones who got you to today. Those mamas and daddies and grandmas and grandpas and aunties and uncles, they've been there for you. And guess what? They're never, ever gonna not be there for you. They're gonna always be there for you. And that is such a blessing to have these people always around you and surrounding you and knowing that you're never out there all by yourself. And they are behind. And they may not always agree with you, and you may not always agree with them, but guess what? They're there for you. And even as much as they love you, there's one who loves you more. There's one who gave his life for all of us. And let's never, ever forget about him. That is Yeshua, Messiah. Some call him Jesus the Christ. He was there in the beginning. He is here now. And there is never a time to come that he won't be here for each one of you. When all of us are gone, he will be there. So don't ever forget that. And my favorite scripture, one of them, I got so many, but one of my favorite that I use all the time is Romans 8:28. And most of us know that scripture. And it says that we know, and I like it to make it personal and say, I know that all things work together for good. That we may make some bad decisions. We may make some wrong choices. And even if the outcome is not always good, guess what? Even in those circumstances, God can work things out still for our good because he knows us. He knows we're going to mess up every once in a while, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. Ask for forgiveness. Talk to the Father. Talk to him every day. Even when you feel like, there's nothing you can do. Even when you feel like nobody understands or, there's no way out of a situation. There is always a way. Always a way out. We may not see it, but know you're not there alone. That's the one thing I want to leave you with. There's always hope. There is always hope. Because we have one who died for us, who the Father sent specifically for each one of us. So there's always hope, even when it doesn't look like it. And you guys, I am so excited for all of you, even these little ones. I'm excited for them because I know you have a bright future ahead of you. And also know that there is nothing you can't do. If you can dream it in your head, guess what? You can do it. People say you wouldn't make it this far, right? There's somebody that might have told you you couldn't go to college, you couldn't do this, or you couldn't do that. But look, look at God and look where he's gotten you to. So there is nothing you can't do. The sky's the limit. I cannot wait to see what you guys are going to do in the future. It is going to be wonderful. I can see it in each of you now. And we look for you to come back. Come back to Powell Chapel. It'll be here. And tell us what you're doing. So stay in touch. Tell us what you're doing, all right?